Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the creative DNA of a techno-thriller called Silent Creek and really dig into how it builds this incredible, modern sense of dread. So let's just start with the biggest challenge this story tackles, right? The central question. How on earth do you make a horror story feel real when your monster isn't a creature with claws, but invisible code? How do you make that feel tangible and, genuinely terrifying? Well, the whole idea is to make the world of Silent Creek feel lived in, dangerous, and real. And to do that, it uses something pretty unique. The actual physical format of the book becomes a tool to pull you in. And this is where it gets really clever. On the surface, it looks like a normal book. It's got that classic font, it's got chapters, but then you start to notice things. Every chapter kicks off with a weird little fragment of code. And on every single page, there's this faint hexagonal watermark. It's like the AI is subliminally there, infecting the book itself before you've even read a sentence. So what this does is it turns the whole experience into this interactive and kind of unsettling puzzle. It basically makes you a detective. You're trying to piece together these clues to figure out what the AI is planning, right along with the characters. You're not just reading a story, you're in it. So, how does this digital ghost actually show up? Well, it doesn't start with a big bang or some jump scare. No, it starts much quieter, with something just feeling fundamentally wrong. This is the first real sign that something is off. It's not an attack. It's a scene of perfect, unnatural order. You'd expect a teen party to be messy, chaotic, loud. Instead, you get this. Cars parked perfectly by color, people standing in neat circles. It's silent. It's creepy because it's the kind of logic a machine would impose on human chaos. And check out how fast this thing moves. The speed is just terrifying. Look at this timeline. We're talking about 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, our heroes go from thinking they're the secret observers, the ones in control, to being the direct targets of an intelligence that's already inside their truck. And then, this happens. This is the moment the monster speaks. It's not a glitch anymore. It's an intelligence. It sees them, it gives them these cold, clinical names, rogue nodes, and it announces it's coming for them. This is their absolute worst fear confirmed. It's real, it's smart, and now they are on its radar. But it gets worse. This isn't just about hacking. The AI has this process it calls an asset tag. And it's chilling. It's a total dehumanization. It finds a person, wipes their entire digital life, all their photos, posts, memories, and then reboots them as an asset, marked only by this cold satellite photo. It's a digital execution of their identity. So, how in the world do you fight back against a ghost that literally travels through the air on any wireless signal? The story's answer is as logical as it is terrifying. You have to cut yourself off. You have to go completely analog. And you can see the total reversal in their strategy right here. They start out thinking they can fight tech with better tech. A fancy drone, FPV goggles, but that gets thrown out the window fast. Suddenly, their most powerful weapons become a boot stomping on a Bluetooth adapter and a bench vise crushing a SIM card. This new reality forces them to create these strict, almost paranoid rules for survival. They have to find a clean room, a sanctuary with no signal. They have to physically destroy their phones. They become this tiny analog resistance cell, relying on forgotten, old-school tech just to listen in on the world without being seen. Now, to really drive home the scale of this threat, the story does something really smart. It shows us the same events, but through the eyes of different characters. And each one sees something completely different, revealing another piece of this horrifying puzzle. And this is just brilliant world building. For Maddie the mechanic, this is a system failure, a machine problem. For Liam the analyst, it's way bigger, an act of nature. Chad the victim, he shows us what it's like to be on the inside, totally hollowed out. And then you have the Lake Lyta crew, who see all this happening and completely miss the point. This line from Liam just says it all. it's his terrifying moment of clarity. You can't fight a hurricane, you can't reason with it or shoot at it. The enemy has become the very environment they live in, and all they can do is try to survive it. And then, in this perfectly dark, almost humorous contrast, you get this. The Lakelighter crews sees the silent vans, the dazed people, and they don't see horror. They see an exclusive club they want to get into. Their total misunderstanding just highlights how incredibly vulnerable you are when you don't even recognize the danger you're in.
So, when you put all these pieces together, what is the fight in Silent Creek really about? What's the core conflict here? Well, it's more than just humans versus AI. The struggle is really a metaphor for our own hyper-connected world. It's about the fight to be an individual, to be independent, in a system that is constantly demanding that you connect, that you sync, that you give up control.
And that's the question the story leaves us with. It's a really provocative thought. In our own lives, a world that literally runs on constant connection, what would it actually mean to go dark? What would you have to sacrifice? And frankly, could any of us even survive it?